All right, that's a good angle. Starting with this blue, I'm just going to take some of this and cover up some of these spots that I'm not really liking because it's looking a little splashy. So let's do that. And I don't like this paintbrush. I don't like it because you can see it's kind of, let's see if we can get it to focus. You can see it's kind of scratchy. So I'm going to go more for a paintbrush that is smooth and flat. You can tell the difference there. All right, finish that up. While we're waiting for that to dry, we're gonna move along to this cute little Scooby-Doo painting. So let's switch over to that. Okay, and for this, I'm gonna have to pull up a little reference photo. So give me 1 second. Okay, we're gonna be using black, and of course, I can't find my black today. So give me 1 more second. Okay, we got some paint, so let's just get these stacked up, and I found the black, so yay! I'm just gonna use my handy dandy little palette and just put a tiny amount. Oh, forgot it's brand new. Jeez, okay. Let's see, can we zoom in? Might have to learn if we can in the future, but for now we'll just keep moving along. So I got some black on there, and I'm going to find a very small detailed brush, like very small. Kind of wiping it off because it's a little wet. We got this tiny little detail brush, and I'm just going to dip into that black. Oops. If you got too much like a little glob forms on the end, I just kind of wiped it off, as you saw. Because you don't want that to go all over the canvas. And I'm going to start with just outlining this little tiny skirt she's wearing very carefully. And her little skirt has some little lines in it. So there's those little lines. Can you see? And then we're going to go in the background. And I probably should have started with this, but they're all going to jail. So, gotta make it look like there's jail in the background. And this is partially cut off from what the full inspiration was. I can show everyone in just a minute. And there's not black on the outside, but I just cannot stand that right there. And I'm also gonna do black right here because I just want to get rid of that and it'll look better. And then we have some little eyes that we gotta do, so let's do that. Let's do a little dot right there and a little dot right there. And we're gonna make that part of his hair. And we're also gonna do Fred's hair. And let's get his shirt drawn a little bit. I could have even went for a smaller detail brush here, honestly. But these details are just so tiny. Some eyes for Scooby. And like I had a little glob, I still have a little glob on there. So I'm just gonna dab that. And let's create some eyes for Fred and some pupils for Velma. Let's get some pupils in this one. And let's get some pupils in Scrappy. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, that's starting to look a little better. Okay. And just go in next with some of this. Same black shade. And we're just going to, he had a little doggy tail, so we're just going to do that. And we're going to draw his little leg in there and get that bad puppy going. And it kind of stands straight up, and then he's got this big old belly until his puppy paws up here. Kind of see what we're working with. Starting to look a little cool. Okay. Let's keep moving. We're going to draw his little arms. And it looks like it comes there too. And then we're going to bring this up and we're going to draw his other little puppy arm. Perfect. And then let's see. Let's get a smile on that face. Why are you so sad? Turn that frown upside down. And we're just gonna do that and that. I don't know why that's the face, but we'll do it. And then he's got a little ear right here that kind of wraps. Perfect. And then let's take a look. He's got some big old eyebrows, and we got another ear going on over here. And then he's got this big old schnauzer. There we go. And then we just have to focus on his little collar, which is just some black. And then we're going to go back over his collar, so you don't have to worry too much about being too detailed right there. While we're at this step and I have the black out, I'm just going to take a look and make sure we don't need to do any more with this color. And I don't believe I'm seeing anymore. Eyes, eyes, eyes. I'm going to have to go back in there. We're going to have to do that face again. Excuse me. Okay. Let's give this a little, or actually we're going to work on this right here. So it says Zoinks. And I'm supposed to take a darker purple on top. So I'm going to, holy crap. I'm going to use the shade Purple Pansy and just kind of open that bad boy. Get some going right there. And again, we're going to use a small detail brush because we have to do some wording. So this is probably the best bet. This might be even a little too big actually. So let's find a different one. There we go. This is going to work better. I swear that was just my foot on the floor. Because I'm standing on glass. That sounds weird. It's a little glass desk. Like pad thing for chairs. But anyways, here we go. Tiny little brush. And I'm just going to go in with that dark purple shade and trace over the orange while leaving a good little hue of it. So we're gonna go like this, and you can see we got that little bit of orange popping out. Zoinks. We're making this all cute. Oh gosh, oops. Does anybody notice what I just did there? I couldn't spell because zoinks. And then we'll add the S right here. Hopefully that mistake isn't too noticeable. I feel like I kind of fixed it just a little bit. I mean, you get a little bit of a gap there, but that will do it. Okay, now I want to get this a little bit more, oops, this a little bit more dry. So I'm going to move this. We're going to take a little hot cocoa break because this is the best. In the meantime, I guess I'll show you guys some of my paintings I've done recently. I have this shark painting that I did. Kind of cool. I named it Deep, and I put it on the back. Check out my Mercari for the sale. And then I also recently finished this Jack Sparrow one. And he's running away from that tribe. So that one you can find on my channel as well. I'll have tutorials, I'll have little shorts on them. And I did all that talking, and I did not have a sip of my hot cocoa, so pause. Okay, delicious. Okay, so I have some of these that I've been wanting to do as it's Valentine's Day coming up. So I think we're going to do one today. And I'm just debating. I kind of want to do the Scooby-Doo one. So what I'm going to do is we're going to find a pencil. Perfect. And I got a little sharpener, and I'm going to sharpen it over here. And then we're just going to shade where Scooby is. And I'm going to do it on top of a canvas because I always forget with this being bumpy underneath. It doesn't give me as clear coat as what I would like. And once that's done, we'll flip it back over. Just kind of make sure it all looks good. Flip this back over. Oops, must have been some blue paint. And we're just going to draw out Scooby, kind of put him in the middle. And we're going to trace. And just go all the way around. Sometimes this can be, oops, tedious. Sometimes it can be fast, but we're gonna make it a little bit sped up than what I would normally do just for the sake of a live. And make sure to get his facial features. Ooh. If you just kind of mess up a line, just go over it again. And get his nose in there. And then make sure we trace the heart and his little dog tag. I'm so glad and happy it's Friday. I mean, I gotta work tomorrow, but Whew, this week was a doozy, that's for sure. Today was a doozy. Getting this heart. I'm going to do the little flowers too because I think that's cute. I might not do as much of a design for the flowers. We'll see. And I'm just roughly tracing out these letters. I might give this to my significant other for Valentine's Day. He does like Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. Okay. And then, bada bing, we are left with this. And I started this canvas with some Gesso, whatever it is. It looks like this. I got this off of Amazon. And that just kind of helps with the first layer, helping with the texture. And now we're going to go in with some pink. And I got to decide what pink I want to use. I think I'm going to use... I have like these two really cute pink shades. I have more, but these are my tube pink shades. I have the rest in all like cheaper quality. But I really think this pink will do me better for a background color. So let's get that on there. And just put it right. So let's get it over here. And we're just going to use... We're going to start off with... Let's see. We're going to start off with like a... Got my little box of... Oops. This is old. This is where we started. And now we're at a full-on tripod. It's progress is progress, right? Anyways, let's see. I'm looking for a flat brush. I like to use flat brushes that are not scratchy. Like this is too scratchy in my opinion. It's got a little bit of hair sticking out. But I do save those brushes for when I need them for like my texture paintings. Okay, this might be a good one. We'll try this guy out. I don't use this one often, but I feel like that would be a good one to use. And we'll just put those back. Okay, take some of that pink. And we're just going to paint along the outline. And just go all the way. Oopsie doopsie doopity doo. Kind of made a boo-boo right there, but you'll see I'll cover it up later. We'll fix that. We'll balance it out. No worries at all. And let's get some more. Actually, I just had an idea. So After I do this live, I'm going to go live on TikTok and see if that also will help with getting the word out about Anne's Aesthetics. We've been at it for, it's been 6 months. It's been a journey, and we've made a lot of progress, but there's always more to be made, and I would love to grow. I currently work, but I would love to have this as kind of like a side gig. Like, not a side gig, but just extra income maybe one day, so that I could afford vacations or children, honestly, with how expensive everything is these days. About to be moving to a city that's a lot more expensive than what I currently live at, and not looking forward to my paycheck going to rent, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, did we get that background done? I think so. So we're just gonna let that bad boy kind of dry over there. Or no, we're gonna move him over here. I always use like the end of my paintbrush to move so I don't get my hands dirty. I don't know. I just don't like getting paint in my hand, and it barely gets anything on the brush. Okay. So we started that, which is fantastic because that was actually farther than what I thought I'd do tonight. We're waiting on this still to dry. We got a little bit of wet spot going on here before we can glaze that. But we are going to put some Mod Podge on it. I've been working on this one. I really need to get it finished though. Yeah, I think it would be so cute finish, but I just have not gotten that far. Okay, let's bring this little guy back. And hot cocoa break. Okay, we need that skin color shade again. It's called Sunkissed Peach. I just have to find it. That's the hard part. Oh, perfect. We'll open this up. Oh my gosh. It's like Superman clothes. Okay, and by Superman, I mean myself. And we're just gonna do a little bit of skin color back into Shaggy's face, because you can barely see his face, and then his neck as well. And then let's do it for Velma too, because she's struggling a little bit. That's better. Don't know if I like that, but it's better. Okay, and then we'll have to wait for that to dry before we can put on another layer. I want to touch her hands, but I'm like, also stay away from the hands, you know? You know. So I'm just going to close this one back up. And I'm going to go here. 7 more minutes, and I'm going to switch over to my TikTok. So be sure to check that out. I've never done that before, but I think it's going to be fun. Oh. Okay. So when I was at work earlier, I saved some pins that I liked and was really inspired by. And I kind of wanted to do some of them today on the live. So I'm taking a mini canvas. Let that one dry up there. And I wanted to do something like, let me show you guys. I wanted to do something like this. I don't know who the original artist is. Yes, I'm watching my own live because I want to be able to see what I'm filming. But anyways, I am going to try to attempt to do something like this one right here. Cute little rainbows, galaxy, a little alien. But we're going to have to start with like a starry background. So I'm going to do a little bit of purple. We're just going to do a little bit of each. So when I like to do blended canvases, I like to just add a little tiny dot of a color like that. Let it fall where it needs to. And then I'll just go in. I'm going to use this stippling brush because it's super bristly. And it will kind of make it all just halfway blend. like the galaxy. And I'm going to dip into that dark purple we used earlier, Purple Pansy. And I'm just going to go on here and kind of dab and get all these different colors going. That is actually super pretty. I like that already. Love it. I might go in with some dark again, but... And then never forget the sides. Doing a lot of purple canvases, apparently. And let's get this side. Even if you don't paint the sides fully, just having even them... I mean, I would obviously... I'm going to paint these white spots, but I might like fully coated. Because with them just white, it looks a little ridiculous. But we got to let that dry now, so I'm going to use my brush to kind of push it over here. Actually, I lied. While it's still wet, we're going to take some more dark purple. And we're going to create some darker parts of the sky. And go in like that. Go in there. And then just with a lighter touch, we're going to blend it out a little bit more, these two spots. And I'm going to leave that one darker like it is. Let's see. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, little galaxy starting. I do like that. I like that texture. And then, let's see. Oh. Sorry, charging my iPad. Okay. And now we can switch back to this while we're waiting. And let's get the little inspiration photo back out. We can work on Scooby. He's got some brown to him. So let's open up this shade Nutmeg Brown. He's kind of like a golden brown. And we're just going to take a tiny little flat brush. You could also use a tiny brush. I'll probably switch to a tiny brush, but I just wanted to start out with these arms. And see, yep, I'm already going to switch to a tiny brush. We're going to use that brush that was a little too big earlier, but will come in handy now. Look at my hands. Oh my goodness. And let's get this painted. Okay, yep. Cute. And it comes all the way down to here. And it comes down to here, and then this is all, oops, we'll have to remember that's where the collar is. But I want to get this little brown laid down before we end tonight's live. So I might go a little over 30, but that's okay. Okay, look at that. So beautiful. As Bob Ross would say, only happy little mistakes. Okay, getting that bad boy on there. I'm leaving the stuff that's going to be like black or white open. And I might not even go more than this high up because his ears start to kick in and I don't want to get that a little too confused. So we'll just go like this. Go like that. That needs to be covered. This needs to be covered. And then we just got this little tiny spot right there. And I think that's pretty much, except for this, that's pretty much all of it. I mean, I'll have to get his ears. Maybe we'll get those done. I know I just said I was going to leave him alone. But I have confidence in myself. Okay. And that thing was freaking massive. Oops. And then, look, I just covered that one right up. Let's see. Let's get this eyeball in here. Okay. Now Scooby is laid down the first layer. It doesn't look like him quite yet because of the hands, but it will. I want to thank everyone who decided to watch this video live and who may go back and watch it later. If you like the vibe that was set here today, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and maybe even, share them with a friend to help someone out. And I'm going to kind of put up all the ones we're working on. If you want to see the rest, go check me out on TikTok. It's on my page in my descriptions. And you'll be able to see me finish up these canvases. I hope you all have a wonderful night and really take care on this Friday evening. Have a good one. Actually, before I go, look at this setup. We got paint, we got our little brushes, we got more paint, more brushes, tons of paint. Then we got our acrylic markers. Oh boy. Well, have a good night.